Hello and welcome to another episode of Nodebuster. Let's get right back into where we left off last time. Huge skill tree, getting bigger and bigger every time. We unlocked the crypto mine last time, a new resource with Netcoin, turning bits into Netcoin. Takes a little bit of time, but that should be fine. We have a little bit here. 0.01. If I remember correctly, yeah, this upgrade, I believe 10th place here is going to be every 0.1 this Netcoin is going to take 10,000 bits. So something to work towards. We can get us 300 max health. Kinda crazy. Trying to refresh here where we're at. Need a skill point for an extra pulse bolt. That gets us extra flat damage. More damage to undamaged enemies. Crit damage. Right, this was the one that we were going to save the blue currency up for. Pulse bolts explode when they expire. I think it should be a huge upgrade. So let's see here. I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll grab one of these and then start working towards this one. So 20,000 bits is what we're going to end up needing for that. And we're kind of just saving up everything else. We do have Prestige 6. I guess we'll start by hopping into that. See how we do there. Well, we're not one-shotting everything, which is a little worrisome. We do have a crazy amount of health, but I also see that we are taking our passive damage that we take, just kind of that runs in the background, is enough to actually deplete things. So I don't know if we're actually quite ready for this. Yeah. 2,000 bits is pretty good. And 8 of the blue ones. I bet we could do better at a lower prestige level though. So let's just hop right back in. Prestige level 5. I mean, right off the bat, we're one-shotting everything, so that's already way better. And our projectiles are also doing significantly more damage to everything around. I can see that we're almost at a level up, actually, with our XP in the top left. As a refresher, the normal kind of, I don't even know if you'd call them enemy units, but the normal enemy units are the squares here. The circles explode in an area and deal damage to all the other enemies when they're depleted. The kind of pill-shaped ones move around a bit more randomly than the other ones do. And then the pentagons start out as large, and then they, once depleted, turn into faster moving small pentagons that drop even more currency. Our goal is to beat bosses and progress through prestige levels. That's just what we're doing. We're doing some crazy good damage here. I can tell that the enemies are also starting to get a lot more health. I'm working a lot to pick up these bits. It might be worth looking into another magnet upgrade. Our health is starting to go down at this point, though. Yeah, this is going to be... Ooh, I really want that blue pentagon. Can I get all of those? Perfect. That should have been a huge number of the blue currency right there. And there it is. Yeah, 54. That's what I was hoping for. All right, 11,000 bits. So we're about halfway there to getting that damage upgrade. Let's actually, so this takes time. So let's just throw that in. Yeah, it's gonna take about half an hour to get that. If I remember correctly, yeah, yellow enemies can spawn and they drop processors, which we can use to increase the speed of this. I don't think we've seen a yellow enemy yet, unless I've just completely missed one. We do have a skill point, though. Let's see here. We can use it to increase explosion size by another 15% for those enemies, the circle-shaped enemies. We can also get an extra pulse bolt, an extra ranged attack there. Anything else that takes skill points? That's more armor. I don't think so. Right? That takes the blue currency. That takes bits. Okay. Yeah, both are really good. I'll go ahead and go with explosion size. An extra 15% doesn't sound like much, but I think as we've seen, an extra 15% when it comes to area is pretty good. Let's go right back into Prestige 5. We should also be able to get critical hits. Not often, but we at least have the upgrade that allows us to get them. I think we have like a 20% currently based on our upgrades, and we're able to go up to 100% with that, where every hit is a critical hit. No, we're doing really good damage here, getting lots of currency. Yeah, these pentagons are really good to target. So they drop bits when you initially get the big one, and then when they break down into the smaller ones, you get bits from all of those. That was a huge explosion. Wow. Wonder if that was... That must have been a couple mines. A couple of the explosion ones going off all at the same time. There's a blue one. Yeah, the pill-shaped enemies are kind of just... They just kind of wiggle around the area. I think that's all that's their thing. Our health is starting to go down a little bit here. Yeah, and the enemies are not dying as quickly as they were before. Are there any bombs around? Oh, there's one. I'm actually going to wait if I can. Well, it's closer. There we go. I can get this blue one before I die. Nice. Oh, there's another one. Dang. Did just get an achievement, though. Earned a total of 100,000 bits. All right, we've been at this for a bit, then. All right. Not quite enough bits to throw another 10,000 into the crypto mine. Yeah. See here. Anything that might be worth grabbing just in general. Higher chance for blue enemies to spawn. That might not be too bad. So having to save up how much for this? 300? We're already a third of the way there, though. We also have these milestones. We've gotten the first few, but just by defeating enemies, we're almost close to defeating 8,000 red ones. And then 300 blue ones. Blue ones, yeah, we're still a little ways away. Oh, we're still working on 200 blue enemies. So might not be a bad idea to throw some points into that. Make it so that we can get more of those. Let's see here. Any other upgrades? 25% damage to enemies below 50% HP. Yeah, that will help us last a little bit longer near the end of our runs, I think. Because near the end, we do pretty good damage to enemies right off the bat. And then they end up just kind of sticking around for a little bit. Oh, there's another blue pentagon. Oh, that's gonna be a huge amount right there. No, that's a blue square up there, but it is a big one, so it should drop more. Yeah, those upgrades with the getting more of the blue enemies clearly is a huge difference. It's only 1% extra on each upgrade, though. I think we're at 4%, which doesn't seem like that much, realistically. But I guess that's just the way it is. I guess it works out better than we expect. Let's see here, we have a explosion one coming in. I'm gonna see if I can wait for it to be a little bit more center. Oh, there's our first yellow enemy right there. And And I wonder how many of those processors we actually get from it. We're on Prestige 5. Each Prestige level does give us more resources from the same enemy. And then on top of that, we have a whole bunch of upgrades that we've gotten that give us bonuses as well. I wonder at the end of it, after all the calculations, how many of those we actually get. Oh, there's another blue pentagon. I really want to get that before I die here. Perfect. Just trying to focus on the blue enemies here since we're saving up for that upgrade. Another one. Oh, this is going to be close. No, I don't think I'm going to get that. All right. 171 though. Only one processor. Okay, so I don't know if any of our bonuses actually apply to that. But let's see how much that speeds this up. So 27 minutes down to 13. That just doubles it. Wow. Okay, that's pretty huge. Let's see here. Yeah, we're already almost to the 300 we need for that. That is massive. Okay. Increased spawn rate. That might not be a bad idea, especially if we're trying to get more processors. What else could we look into, though? More damage. Then what's some stuff up here? That's right. More max health. Armor against bosses. Just flat armor there. That would help us. If we want to move into Prestige 6, we're probably going to need to start pumping into this. Now that we have the Cryptomine being faster, though, I think we might save up for the next 10,000 that we need to go ahead and start getting this upgrade. Alternatively, we could pump a whole bunch into more max health. No, but doubling our damage. I mean, just one upgrade of this, right? Doubles our damage with the pulse bolts, which is huge because those already do a ton of damage. I think we'll save up then. We'll save up for the extra one. And we'll go back into Prestige 5. I still don't think we're quite ready for Prestige 6. See here. Yeah, already a ton of blue enemies. Super good. I'm hoping for more of the blue pentagons. Those just give so many. I wonder then if the yellow enemies can also spawn in that kind of weird variant where you get them into the different shapes as opposed to the normal cube. Because a yellow pentagon would be a crazy amount of processors. Unless it still just drops a flat 1. Because bonuses don't apply. I'm not sure. We're getting a ton here. I may remember that I had mentioned it already, but maybe looking into another magnet upgrade. I'm kind of having to scoop my mouse around after every shot here just to collect all the bits. And it would be really nice if there's an upgrade after maxing out the magnet upgrade. I don't know, an upgrade that costs a crazy amount of bits, but it just automatically collects everything on the map all the time. That would be a huge upgrade. I'll actually get all these guys maybe down there. Doing still pretty good. Our health is starting to go down though. Managed to get that blue one though. Oh, there's the level up. Okay. Another blue one. Dang, wasn't able to get those. That is another 10,000 bits, so let's queue that up. So, 26 minutes. And we have a skill point. I think... Oh, we have the 300. Let's grab that. It's going to be huge. And let's do another pulse bolt now that we have the bolt burst ability. 5,000 bits left. What can we do with that? Maybe... Nearly max that out, actually. Okay, that's going to be huge. And I keep forgetting magnet range, but that's 15,000. That's quite a bit. What's our next red milestone? How much does that give? 12,000, and we're almost there. Okay. So I think after doing one more breach, we'll have enough for another magnet upgrade. We'll go with that, because that's 50% pickup range. So we're already at 150% because of the 3 upgrades. Let's try... We have a ton more damage. Let's try Prestige 6. Although I think the issue here was less... Oh, there's the explosion. But I think the issue here was not damage necessarily. It was survivability with armor and health regen. But... yeah, no, that... Still do not think we are quite ready for that. Now that we're not saving up for that 300, though, I'm sure we can put some upgrades with the blue currency into, like, health regen, for example. And still have not hit that milestone, but yeah, we probably weren't going to hit that on Prestige 6. But now that we have this explosion, you can see bits are just kind of be everywhere across the screen here. This is where that extra magnet upgrade would be incredibly beneficial. Although even then, I don't even think an extra 50% would, you know, reach to how far we need it to. Like, honestly, we might need to start getting spawn increases with how quickly we're killing things. No, this is ridiculous DPS at this point. Yeah. I had a feeling that upgrade would be really good, and glad to see I was right. Yeah, this is ridiculous. We're keeping so much of the screen clear at this point. We're gonna start to compress in a little bit more now that, oh, there's another blue pentagon. That's gonna be huge. Now that they're having a little bit more health. But even then, it's still doing a great job. We're doing crazy amounts here. Our health is starting to go down. I want to see if we can get this blue pentagon before we die. It's going to be close. I can kind of keep myself alive by picking up the resources here. Okay, that worked out. Yeah, we have an upgrade that allows us to collect health every time we pick up the resources. So an extra 126, almost 10,000 bits. And that should be the milestone as well. We're almost there with the blue enemies, actually. That's huge. Yeah, let's grab that magnet upgrade. And then, honestly, let's just... Geez, what is that? That was another 300% spawn rate, so that should be pretty ridiculous. 127 nodes. Let's just pump health regen. And then armor against bosses. Yeah, we can't afford the damage on there. Is that only 3 upgrades? Oh, okay. We could definitely go for that as well. Go ahead and get extra armor against bosses. And go ahead and just get flat armor. Another 10 flat armor there. Do we think we can do Prestige 6 now? Maybe? We'll do one more Prestige 5. See where we're at then. We should be getting a ton more enemies on screen, which is going to end up being a ton more resources. You'd think as well, statistically, that more enemy spawns would result in more chances for blue enemies, or especially yellow enemies. I found it weird as well, the yellow enemy upgrade, the thing that actually unlocks them to spawn, doesn't give a chance number. For the blue one, for the blue upgrade, it was a 1% chance, and we could upgrade that up to a 5. We're currently at 4% for that. But for yellow, it's just unlock this upgrade and they have a chance of spawning. You don't get to know the number. So I'm curious as to what actually determines whether they spawn or not. Okay, I am seeing we're hitting a lot of enemies at once. Our health is taking a dip, so armor is going to help with that. But our health regen, especially with how many of the bits we're collecting, definitely helping us stay alive currently. We're already more than halfway to the next level up as well. So So, oh, that was a huge explosion. Okay. Trying to get some of these smaller pentagons before they go off screen here. That should be a big explosion. That was pretty good. More blue. Okay, yeah, our health is actually starting to take a pretty big hit here. So this is probably going to be close to the end. Although I'm kind of hanging on just by picking up the bits. The one thing I'd hate to see happen is a yellow enemy spawn right when we die. Because those are, I mean, clearly those are quite rare. I mean, we just increased enemy spawns by 300% and still have yet to see another one. But there we go. 16,000 bits in a single run. That is by far the highest amount we've ever gotten. And another milestone. Is that the blue one? That is 200 more blue currency. Yeah, we're already almost to 10,000 red enemies. Like, we're destroying those super, super quickly. Let's see. We can finally max out resource drop. Yeah, I think I might end up doing that because I am curious, kind of like with the magnet, based on how this grid is kind of shaped, there's probably an upgrade here from the magnet. It could also be from the blue enemy spawn. But I've a feeling, this is me guessing, but I have a feeling that after maxing out the magnet range, there's probably an upgrade that costs a ton of currency, which is that you automatically pick up every drop on the map. So on the similar note, I am curious if after maxing this out we get something. Let's just check. We don't. That's all right. Extra 10% chance for double resource drops. That's a 50% chance now. That should be pretty big. And let's max out health regen there. Restore 10 health when hitting an enemy. That does take cryptocurrency. Okay. I think it's still worth saving up for the extra damage from those. Because I bet the explosion from the pulse bolts also gets applied. Or the extra damage here still gets applied to the explosion. So, what else can we upgrade? Let's grab that. There's another crypto upgrade. Oh, and another crypto upgrade. Get a drone that occasionally attacks nearby enemies. Interesting. I'll wait on that. Look at some of these. Max that out. 100% damage to enemies below 50 HP. Okay, so this is just the next stage of that one, and this is just the next stage of that one. Okay. We can increase our critical hit chance. Might not be a bad idea. I think that actually could be a really good idea. Let's pump more armor. That, I think, is going to be what lets us actually do Prestige level 6. Yeah, our passive health drain just doesn't exist anymore. Not for this stage, at least. Are we going to get 16,000 bits from Prestige 6? I don't know. But every Prestige level, we do get more resources in general from the enemies. So we'll see if it kind of balances out. You can also see at the bottom there, we have a progress bar. When that fills up, a boss will spawn. And our goal will be to beat that boss. But for a total of 1,000 nodes is the achievement I just got there. So that's this blue currency. Yeah, we definitely didn't... we didn't get... I think proportionally we did get more currency. We didn't last nearly as long, but we can do those runs faster. Let's see here. Do we have anything that costs blue at this point? We have that one. We can get maxed. I don't think we do. I think everything else at this point takes the green currency. That takes a boss. That takes a skill point. That takes the crypto. That takes a skill point. Yeah, I think at this point we're just kind of max that out. Oh, crazy amount of damage against bosses. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like we actually have a use for nodes currently. So I wonder if we just kind of need to continue to build out the skill tree here and see. But we'll keep doing Prestige 6. I think we're ready for it at this point. Especially with the the explosion of the pulse bolts, the ranged attack there, huge. That is a huge DPS upgrade. Go. Get that blue enemy if we can. Perfect. Oh, that's a blue bomb. Oh, there's a yellow enemy. We definitely want to get that. No! My worst fear. We managed to get it, but died right when we got it. Damn. Alright. Well, I'm sure it will spawn. We'll get another one. You know what? Actually, let's max that out. Plus 400% spawn rate. You know, I'm really, really tempted to get this right now. Because a higher spawn rate is going to start including more of the yellow enemies. And that's going to make the crypto be converted faster, which means we can get more crypto faster. Kind of thinking about it that way. I think I am. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Extra damage is good, but I think our damage so far is fine. Let's see here. Let's actually get a little bit more armor as well. How are we doing on milestones? Close on the blue enemies, really close on red. Defeat 5 yellow enemies. We just didn't get the chipset for that. Man, it even says processors are a rare resource, and we missed one. That's alright. We should be having a ton more enemy spawns now. So, higher chance of getting a yellow. There's a level up, though. More enemy spawns, though, should also mean more of the pentagons, which are the real money makers here, by far. I mean, yeah, no, it's already clearly the extra enemy spawns is working though, just in terms of the blue enemies. That's a crazy amount of blue enemies that we're already getting. $100 even. All right. Oh, the boss had just spawned as well. Okay. Let's see here. We have a skill point. Extra explosion size from those enemies. Extra pulse bolt. No, we're maxing that out. Especially since they explode now. Not too many bits, honestly. Let's increase critical hit chance. Extra 20% sounds pretty good. Pump the rest into armor. And let's keep going. Right off the bat, starting with the blue there. Just try to focus on the blues at this point. I know we don't really have anything to spend them on, but I'm going to guess that once we do have something to spend them on, it's going to cost quite a bit. Oh, there's another yellow. Perfect. We actually got it this time. I'd like to think that the increased enemy spawns actually have helped with that. We'll see. Let's see if we can get 2 yellows in a run here. That was pretty early on in this run. Let's see, focus on the blues. We're just kind of picking up reds as we go along, so not really having to focus on those too much. Our health is starting to dip, but we can kind of focus on a whole bunch of enemies at once to try to get some health back. There's the boss, but we are gone. But hey, we got a processor and 11,000 bits. Let's immediately go for this in. You know, actually, I'm going to spend another 10k there. That's going to be 30 minutes. And yeah, that does double every time. So that is huge. Okay. Look at milestones. We killed a lot of red enemies. All right. I can max out blue enemy spawns. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Also start going against more damage against bosses. I don't think we're quite ready to take on that one boss, though. More critical hit chance wouldn't be too bad. Obviously, more armor. How many upgrades is that? That would be 10, 20 upgrades towards that. So we could actually max this out. Let's do that. Perfect. Oh, and that's a number of upgrades off that. Okay. Plus 50% armor when attacking 8 or less enemies. Okay. That doesn't happen too often. Plus 200 armor. Wow. Okay. That is a huge upgrade. And then get armor equal to 1% max health. This is the blue upgrade. Okay. That's 100 each. Oh, and it increases. All right, so that is... Get armor equal... So that's at 3. Get armor equal to 3% max health. Yeah, it's hard to say how helpful that is, because I'm really not sure what our max health is. There's not a way that I can see our stats, as far as I know. But at least we now know that our max health is proportional to our armor is a number proportional to our max health at this point. So increasing our max health through, for example, this upgrade would get us more armor. What was that? 3%. I mean, that would be... numbers are very hard. 1% of this is 3, so 3% is 9. Every upgrade of this is going to get us 9 more armor, if my math is mathing correctly. No guarantees that it is. Let's see here. More damage. This gets us that drone. I am curious about that. You know what? I'll get 1, because I assume that... Oh, there's another blue one. It's 20% auto pulsar movement speed. And then attack size. Okay. We actually might want to start saving up the blue for these upgrades then. Yeah, because those should be pretty good. I'd assume this means, because we can level up multiple times, we can get up to 5 drones. Let's see how that works. Oh, I see. Okay, so it charges up and then fires in an area similar to how we fire in an area. Okay, that makes sense. It's just going to kind of float around randomly. Oh, there's another yellow. Nice. Okay, so I can see how, yeah, multiple of those would be pretty big, increasing their attack size, increasing how often they attack. That would be pretty big. I wonder, similarly to how I'm pretty sure our ranged attack or pulse bolts aren't really, they don't mean, they don't take health from us the same way our normal attack does. I wonder if those guys floating around, these ones right here, end up doing the same thing, where they don't actually take health from us. So I wonder if with enough of those guys, we could actually take out bosses, which we actually just did. I didn't even notice. Man, it's a ton of stuff I would like to pick up there. But that boss actually was really easy. Wow, okay. Our health was getting a little dicey, but that's 100% attack size and 10% chance to automatically collect enemy drops when dropped, and that goes up to 80%. So that's kind of what I was looking for, or hoping to look for, with the extra pickup range. Interesting. Okay. And then let's just bump this thing's attack size, and then there's the attack speed, and that takes skill points. Okay. Oh, we have a milestone. That is blue enemies. Nice. One more yellow enemy and we get just a free processor. Or actually, we already have one, right? Yeah, there we go. We had 5 minutes to do all those. Let's just throw another 10k in there then. Yeah, I think it's a lot more reasonable to start going for the other crypto upgrades now that we're getting it faster. We have a whole bunch of blue currency now. Increased movement speed. I don't mind that it moves slow, actually, because it kind of moves slow and sticks around the center right now. So I'm thinking more attack size. I mean, we have enough. I'll go ahead and grab one upgrade of increased movement speed. 20% is something, at least. Another critical hit chance. And what can we do with crypto? 10 health when hitting an enemy. Sure, we'll max that out. Or 1% max health when hitting an enemy. That's also pretty good. Hit 10 enemies at the same time, get 10% health back. Not a bad deal. Increase our max health as well. We're going to be getting 0.01 here in just a sec. Yeah, there we go. And that cost doesn't increase either. Oh, and we still have so much to go through. So yeah, let's just go for another prestige level 7. Or another prestige level 7. No, this is the first time we're on here. Alright, passive health drain is the thing again. So we gotta start increasing our armor and our... I'm not sure if armor actually protects against that. Because I don't think we really increased our regen last time. Our auto pulsar is definitely moving faster. 20% was actually pretty substantial. Way more substantial than I realized. Let's see here. I'm actually going to go back to prestige level 6. I think we'll be able to get a few more resources doing this. I wonder as well if the yellow enemies only show up on the latest prestige level. Because we could always go back to, the very first level and just sit there for a long time and keep farming up yellow enemies. But yeah, this is where we need the thing of auto-collecting the enemy drops after a kill, because this is just, I'm just having to swing the mouse around constantly to get all of them here. We're almost to another skill point though, which is quite nice. Our health has absolutely not budged. We're just getting chain explosions as well with the circular enemies. Yeah, before we were having to kind of strategize, only blow up the bombs when they're closer to other enemies. It's the best use of them. But now, it just doesn't even matter. We have so many damage sources across the entire screen. Almost to another skill point as well here. 98%, 99%. There it is. Another skill point. And no, our health did actually end up going down. Okay. So Prestige 6, but we did last a long time. 18,000 bits. Wow. Let's see here. Movement speed I think we're okay on. Increased attack speed with that. We also keep finishing out the explosion size here. I think I'm going to go actually with that. That does cost a lot, but increased chance to automatically collect drops would be really, really nice. That also, so we can't max that out. We can't get a 100% chance. But that would also really help if we hit that situation again where we kill a yellow enemy right at the very end. So we'll put one upgrade towards that. And then we have some crypto here. I could, as of right now, we could max out max health here. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. There we go. What's the next one here? Plus 4,000 max health. Wow. That is... Geez, okay. That's a lot. Increased armor when attacking 8 or less enemies. That doesn't really happen often. I don't know how useful that will actually be. Maybe if I'm just focusing on the boss? For 1% max health when hitting an enemy. Okay, we can get that up to 2% max health. That's pretty good. And you know what? Honestly, just gonna dump the last 10k in there. Just to get more of the crypto. So we're starting to get a lot of upgrades here that take that. And let's see. I have a ton more max health. Don't really have any more armor. So I'm not sure if we'll actually last any longer on Prestige level 7, but we'll try. We'll hop back in here. Yeah, our damage is a little rough on these guys as well. You can see our health bar has also, our health bar has extended quite far. Almost 4,000 health. So yeah, even just one of those 4,000 health upgrades is just straight up going to double our max health. Something that I really like in games, here it looks like this happens. Oh, wow. Okay, our health just took a huge hit. It happens here, happens in the one I can think of right now off the top of my head is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 1 specifically, when you have a huge amount of health, when your health stat just, you know, goes up and up and up, it ends up kind of just wrapping around your character's portrait and then just extending across the entirety of the screen. Okay. You know what? We'll just go right back into another session. I think Elden Ring as well, the Souls games are pretty funny about that as well, where you just have this health bar that just keeps going. I know they try to minimize that with, you know, soft caps and whatnot, but usually... Oh, there's the yellow enemy. Let's make sure to grab that. There's usually a way that you can kind of get around that with, you know, non-stat-based bonuses, buffs and whatnot. Trying to get this blue enemy here. There we go. Yeah, these guys have a ton of health. And I can see just a single hit is dealing a ton of damage. We do have a lot of health, what's the word? Regeneration abilities. That's kind of helping us stay alive, but they're not as good as I'd want them to be quite yet. We do get an extra one of those just by defeating, so let's actually do that. Man, that's huge. We just quadrupled our speed. Man, I'm kind of want to just dump this 20k into, you know, the crypto, given how fast it's going up at this point. Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes to handle 30,000 at this point. That's huge. I mean, it was, I think the first time I had deposited 1k or 5k, and it was half an hour to handle that. So, crazy, crazy good. Increased spawn rate again, 400% spawn rate. And there's the max health upgrades. There's the huge armor. You know, I think I'm going to get one armor. I'll get a second armor. I was thinking of getting one armor and one max health, but... You know, yeah, we'll go with that. And then what's this? Instant repair. Restore 2% max health per second, and that goes up to 5. So 10% max health per second? That's pretty huge, actually. Okay. Yeah, our survivability is going up really, really high pretty quickly. We'll actually get more damage, I think, since we had just hit that. And... attack size or movement? We'll get movement, sure. And back to Prestige 7. Alright. So we weren't taking passive damage before, but we should be able to last significantly longer. My metric for time is kind of how close, or how long we last in proportion to when the boss spawns in. So let's see here. Trying to focus on these blue enemies. Really hoping to see more yellow enemies. Those chips are just huge, clearly, if they're doubling every time. The boss is about to spawn, and our health has not budged whatsoever, even with that attack right there, which is huge. So, I think we actually might try to go for the boss here. Do one hit direct on the boss and see what that does. Oh yeah. Oh, yellow enemy. Hang on, let's focus on that. There we go, perfect. Yeah, we can actually... we got this boss easy. Alright. Well, let me grab the blue things here while I can. And there's the boss. Wow, we are cruising through these at this point. Yeah, we have another... remember, we have another one of those. Let's pump that in immediately. 20 seconds for this now. Crazy. And that's, what, 30? An extra 30 seconds added on? Okay. So yeah, we're fine with crypto at this point. In terms of what takes boss currency, I think it's just that attack size, right? I don't think we have anything else quite yet that takes it. All right, I've looked over the upgrades for a little bit of time. Also let my crypto build up a little bit here. So we're going to end up going into one more spawn rate. And then the other one I was looking at was it that one? I feel like it was. No, it was the extra damage. That's right. Extra damage to the pulse bolts. That also unlocks all destroyed enemies have a 1% chance to explode into pulse bolts. Wow. Okay. If that... I'm kind of guessing based on the icon here. I wonder if the explosion of the enemies explodes into the same number of pulse bolts that I do, which would be at this point like 10 or something. It's huge. And then let's go ahead and increase the attack size of that. Get some more critical hit chance for our main attacks. And, oh, we still have this. Yeah, let's go ahead and pump that. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode off here. Got a huge amount of progress. I'm not sure, honestly, when this game ends. It seems like they just keep adding more and more things. But yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it off there. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment with any other games you'd like to see me play. Or just leave a comment saying you like watching the video. I'd appreciate that as well. And that'll be it. Thanks for watching.